We are live. We are live. Share the link on your status.
This call is now being recorded.
We are live. We are live. We are live. So everyone can be aware that we've started already, and they can hurry in to join us as we move together. It's such a joy to see how far we have come. Last month, the month of June, we celebrated our 2 years. Giltop Global, 2 years of impact across different nations in Africa and beyond, of hosting our monthly professional development class. Juliet, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Happy to see you. You can share the link on your status. You can share with your friends. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. So everyone can join us. And then you can use the comment section to indicate your name and where you are joining us from. It's such a joy to see this day we have been expecting: personal reinvention, personal transformation, and I am so excited, so excited for what is about to happen. I know somebody's life is about to be transformed, somebody's about to be changed, somebody's life is about to take a positive turn on account of the insight, on account of all that we're going to be learning together. As I was saying before Juliet joined us, we marked 2 years of impact, of consistent streaming sessions on career, professional development, leadership, capacity building within Africa and beyond. We've looked at several themes, several topics, and we've been privileged to host one guest facilitator. I'm so delighted that we are having the second guest today. The history of Giltop: 2 years of consistent monthly capacity building sessions, trainings, and webinars. This is the second person we are bringing on this platform. So I'm so delighted. So delighted. Can you fly your emojis if you are here? Let me be sure we are together. Fly your emojis. Fly your emojis. If you can hear me clearly, you can see Josiah. Josiah, you're welcome. Fly your emojis. Share your WhatsApp status. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Let everyone know that the room is already open, and there's a lot that's already happening. Personal reinvention, navigating growth, change, and new opportunities. So it has been a glorious journey of learning. Thank you, Juliet. I'm happy to see you. I'm building capacity, and I'm so grateful to see how far we have come in this journey. It's my joy to be your host again, Giltop Global Consults, to see all that's happening and the growth that's happening, the transformation that's happening, the feedback we've been getting from all of you really blesses our hearts and keeps us going. And I know today will be no difference. In fact, get ready. Just get ready. Just get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. So please, if you can still see my screen, indicate with an emoji. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please indicate. Okay, great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're not going to waste time at all. We're going to begin right away so we can give enough time to our guests to bless us tonight. Personal reinvention, navigating growth, change, and new opportunities is what we are looking at. This is like a new season for us. We just marked our 2 years anniversary last month. So in the second half of the year, the first session we are having and the first guest we are having, aside from the guest we had 2 months ago, was the first. In this new phase and new era, the second person in the history of this development platform is the person we're having today. And it's a great honor for us to be able to host him I'm so delighted and blessed that he made time out of busy schedule to be with us, to be a blessing to us today, and you get to hear more. A personal reinvention is a big deal because his story embodies this reality, and it's a way of bringing hope for us to see that it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. If you are ready, please put on the comment section, I am ready. 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 Let me see your comments. I am ready. 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 I'm seeing fast fingers. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. All right, we step up our readiness. If you've ever felt stuck in your career, or you've ever felt you needed a fresh start, you needed a fresh direction, you needed to reroute your path towards your career ambition and goals, please use the comment section to just indicate, hey, yes, I'm actively working on it. And you felt I need a fresh direction in my career and I'm working on it. You can just put a capital letter on the comments. If your answer is B, yes, but I don't know where to start, that's yes. I have a feeling that I need a fresh direction in my career life, my professional life, but I truly don't know where to start. I'm kind of stuck. You can choose B, capital letters, in the comment section. If your answer is not yet, I'm not feeling any need for a fresh direction, I feel fulfilled, I'm great, I feel I'm on track, you can put C, not yet. Yes, I can see answers already, fast fingers. Thank you, Wilson. If you are currently reinventing yourself already, you can choose D, capital letters. You have 1 minute to do this. 1 minute, 1 minute to do this. Fast fingers. I can see Josiah. Thank you. Have you ever felt that you needed a shift, you needed fresh direction, you needed fresh insight beyond what you studied in school, beyond the trajectory you currently are in? A, B, C, or D. The options are there. Just choose one and capital letter quickly. Not everybody will have the opportunity to participate in this poll, but you have 20 more seconds. Chris, I can see you. 20 more seconds to quickly participate in this. Choose your response, A, B, C, or D in the comments, capital letter, depending on what resonates with where you are at the moment. All right. 3 more seconds, 3 more seconds, 3 more seconds. Here we are. I want to welcome everyone. It's a tremendous night, and I don't want us to miss any bit of what has been packed into tonight. So just to let us know, we have a structured focus to guide us. We have an opportunity to come face to face with an inspiration, someone that looks like where you want to go, someone who has walked the path we are walking in now as career professionals and is still walking on scaling, on a very high pedestal to give inspiration, real leadership journey, to discover the practical lessons for our own growth and build inspiration, and to help us embrace change. Change is here to stay. The world is not changing, the world is different. So the world is already different. The world is already different. Change is now the new environment we are living in. So we'll be learning how to, and then getting an action point that will inspire us to put what we have learned into practice. These are the themes we'll be looking at as time will allow us. We'll be having some conversations to have him talk to us around these areas. And who is our guest? Please fly an emoji if you are ready to welcome the special guest we have in the room as I'll be reading this profile. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your generous celebration. Keep it flying, keep it flying, keep it flying. Dr. Victory Sunday Daniel is a seasoned senior manager, visionary leader, team builder, mentor, and goal-driven program management professional. He has accrued over 10 years of experience managing complex multi-sector projects across West Africa, East Africa, and the Middle East. He has worked in 3 different continents of the world with ambassadors of nations and high career professionals in his field. Dr. Victory has led multifaceted and cross-cultural teams. He practices a collaborative, result-oriented approach to leadership and management with a unique method that blends forward-thinking insights with genuine empathy and compassion in his coaching of young and emerging career professionals. He is a health professional by training. He holds a bachelor's degree in medical radiography, a master's degree in public health, and a doctorate in management. Can I see someone celebrating? He's also a certified project manager. He's a doctoral fellow with the Institute of Finance, Management, and Artificial Intelligence. He's dedicated to building a community of young professionals with integrity, responsibility, drive for innovation, and excellence in their professional aspect. Thank you for the generous celebration, guys. Thank you for the emojis. He's happily married, and you'll be hearing much, much more from him today. Somebody whose journey I've been privileged to witness a little of, and I'm so honored that he is with us today. My joy is really full. So tighten your seatbelts and get ready for the flights as I welcome Dr. Victory Sunday Daniel. Dr. Victory, you're welcome on the call. Thank you for the emojis. Thank you for the emojis. Yes, Dr. Victory, you can unmute. You're welcome to the call. We are honored to have you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. As we have this conversation together, I really believe it's going to mark a difference in someone's life, and somebody's life is about to change for the better. Obina, can you unmute him so he can make his response so we can hear him? You're welcome, Dr. Victory.
Thank you, sir.
It's such a joy. It's such a joy, such a joy. All right. So I'm here to listen. I'm here to just steady conversation so we can all share. And without much ado, just tell us, we read a little of your bio. We cannot take everything, just a little. From this little, from your heart, can you just tell us again, how did you start? How was your journey? How is it like for you? And where you came from and where you are at now. So our people, everyone on the call can have an understanding of your journey just from your heart. Let's just begin on that note. Thank you. You can go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. I am grateful for this opportunity, and I kept telling people around me that I am so humbled that you found me worthy and invited me to this platform, because you are definitely a mentor that has seen me grow, and you have shaped who I am and what I am today. Every moment with you, whether it's 5 minutes or phone call, has been always an encouragement, and your life has also been an encouragement and a testament. So I'm so grateful, and thank you, sir. Ooh, to the question on where I am coming from and what made me realize that I had a future beyond radiography and reinventing myself. Okay, so growing up, we all wanted to be a doctor and all of that. But in my SS1, I had a lesson teacher, and it was my lesson teacher that explained to me about other sectors or other courses that you can study in the university that are marketable globally. And he encouraged me to study radiography. And that time, medical radiography was in the College of Medical Sciences for the University of Maiduguri. So I was interested after hearing the things he shared, and what I can do with radiography. So I applied for it, and by the grace of God, I got it, and then I began, and we graduated. And when we graduated, that was now the reality, that apparently my lesson teacher was not a Nigerian at that time. So apparently the reality in Nigeria was different. Even though, yes, radiography too was just coming up in Nigeria, and there were so many opportunities. Truth be told, most of my classmates now are not even in Nigeria. Those that are in Nigeria are occupying top places either in the military or in the private sector, especially for radiation protection, oncology, and the rest. But when the reality began, we started internship and we're in the hospital. I realized that this hospital is not for me. I have I have I have a problem with the hospital politics. I have a problem with our healthcare system. Our healthcare system was discouraging. Then also looking at the inequality within the health system. I know how many times that we have a lot of patients. I served in one of the largest and most busiest hospitals in Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital in Kano State. You have about 150 patients waiting for a procedure, but because someone knows the CMD, someone knows the HOD, they just bring in a special client and then, yeah, please do this procedure for this person. And you can't say no. And I was like, this is not fair. There are people that have been here from 6 a.m. So most of the times, before I would attend to a VIP patient, I would make sure that I had done the other patients that were there on time. The inequality within the health system, the politics there, you have to be close to your chief or your HOD likes you before you can move forward in your profession. And I was not satisfied with that. And then the practice in Nigeria and outside Nigeria was different when we began to hear our colleagues and senior colleagues, sorry, that were outside of Nigeria. So all my classmates and colleagues were, we are going to leave Nigeria, we are going to leave Nigeria. So for me, it was desire and purpose to help people better, the fight the inequality, and then I stumbled across the humanitarian sector in 2016 when one of my senior colleagues from secondary school we met, and he's like, I'm working in this organization, this is what we do. I was like, this sounds like something I want to do, and not what I'm doing in the hospital. He explained better, and then I began to pray about it, and I told him, okay, I am willing to volunteer. So while I was doing my NYSC, I was serving. In the morning, I go to the hospital. In the evening, I go to volunteer. So after I had volunteered for a while, then I got the opportunity with a French organization to begin to work. And that is another story on its own, on reinventing yourself to fit in and grow within the ranks. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Amazing. Can we have some emojis, please, if you've been following this wonderful background he just gave? Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm glad we are all following. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Victory. This first opportunity, the opportunity you got to volunteer and the opportunity you got as your first opportunity to work, how different was it from your primary background in terms of professional background? So because some the people can appreciate the transition and the amount of work you had to put into coping with your new role.
Yes, sir, it was quite different, a lot of difference, even though there are a few skills that I had that was useful, but it was very different because from the clinical setting, there is these, you already have some clinical protocols on what to do. You already have some other colleagues. For me, the difficulty was the change in the familiarity of the system. I was already used to the hospital system, but now I am into a new system where the language was different. I began to hear things like child protection. I'm hearing things like gender-based violence. I'm hearing things like conducting multi-sectoral needs assessments. I'm hearing things like indicators and hearing things like log frames, the logical framework. I'm like, what is a logical framework? And it's very different it was very different from what I know from the medical background. So I had to put in a lot of work, and at that time, the humanitarian sector had just also started within the Northeast within that 2014, 2015. So it's not like there was a lot of knowledge and resources that you could leverage on around. So I had to ask questions a lot. I had to put in a lot of work to follow study materials, go for trainings. I had to put a lot of effort so that first of all, I could catch up with understand the system first, then catch up. That was when I knew that, okay, even in the humanitarian sectors, there are different sectors, different units. The first is broadly divided into two: the programs that implement, and then the support unit, because you'll be hearing support services, you'll be hearing operations. I like, okay, what is the difference? You'll be hearing programs, head of programs. So they were different. You need to know that there's difference in that. Then I had to know that, okay, there are different sectors. You have health sector, you have the water, sanitation and hygiene, you have protection, you have food security and livelihoods, you have the shelter and camp management. You had to learn that. Then apart from that, you now understand that there are different coordination forums for all of them and different systems that manage them. Then I had to also now understand that even within certain sectors, there are different subsectors, and then the setup is totally different. One of the shocks for me is, in the health setting, as there is this chain of command and respect that you have.
Yes.
For no reason can you raise your voice at your chief or your senior. It's not possible. But in the humanitarian sector, a junior staff can confront the head of programs or the head of the organization, and they argue back and forth as like, okay, this is serious. Then I could also hear from some other colleagues from the medical side that they will also say, they believe that the medical sector has more decorum and more respect than here in the sector, because this sector is built on equality, dignity, and respect. In the hospital, you can't go and report your chief to who? Who would you report to? But here, you can report your supervisor to a system or a higher level person, and you'll be held accountable. So the accountability in the system was also different, and I had to put in a lot of work to understand better and fit into the system.
Amazing. Can we respond with our emojis if we are following? Awesome. Amazing. So great to see the journey and how much effort you have to put into navigating the new world, new lingual, new language, new environment. And that tells us that reinvention is possible. And all of this happened within a very short time, even with limited resources, as you said, in that sector at that time of the year, you were still able to find your way around. How much more now that we have more resources, more mentors, like people like you now, you are now shortening the journey for other people through what you do. Thank you so much for that insight. The next question is around the fears and uncertainty you might have had in the quest you had to follow the passion in your heart, to follow the dream, the desire you have seen, the experience of there is more, the feeling of I know there's something more. I know there's something more. I want to evolve to that version of me that is more fulfilled, that's not feeling like a square peg in a round hole. Definitely, that comes with certain fears. You've spent 5 years building a career in medical radiography. There must have been people who thought maybe you were out of your mind or you were making a mistake. So how did you manage that fear? Many people are held back by these kinds of fear, and what would you say to them?
Yes, definitely. There's always fear when you are leaving the familiar place. In fact, it was more terrifying when elders will call you and tell you, Victory, sit down. Let us tell you something. Humanitarian sector is transitional. They won't be here forever. So I will advise you to get a pensionable job so that you will get your pension and your gratuity when you are old. In fact, I remember an elder that spoke to me and told me that by the time you are in your 40s, if the humanitarian sector is not more there, you are going to regret it. You will turn back and see that all your colleagues are now the head of the hospitals, the head of departments, the head of units. So you better come back. You read a very viable course. You better sit down and work towards building your career there. Then I remember even my mom was upset with me that I refused to take the lecturing job at the University of Maiduguri. At that time, I was offered an assistant lecturer with the same department, and she was upset that I didn't take it. Then at also the teaching University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, I got an opportunity there, and they kept talking and talking and talking. And then another thing that was kind of scary is that for the humanitarian sector, we were also working on contracts. So there were times that I had just 3 months contract. There were times I just had 6 months contract. There were times that, okay, it was 1 year. So most times the uncertainty of will my contract be renewed? Will I get another job? Was there, and people would be discouraging you. But I knew that this is where I felt more at home. This is what I want to do, because it built my a lot of the sector brought out the best in me, because you face challenges always. There were new challenges to deal with. There were new opportunities to reach out to a lot more of people. There were new opportunities to fight the inequality. I remember one of the programs that I led the implementation, that I remembered a patient that needed help in one of the communities, and I went back to the community to get the patient help, and they got the help. It offered me more opportunity to reach out to more people. So for me, I was resolute that I am going with this career, and by the grace of God, there has been no regret. There were no moments that I stayed for a while. I think I just stayed 1-2 months without a job, and most times it was to rest and prepare for the next phase. But it has always been opportunities back to back, and it has been fulfilling.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Wow, overcoming that fear is really, really one of the great limiting steps for a lot of career professionals to transition into their real place of calling. And I am grateful to God that you are feeling fulfilled, and somebody listening to you now is having the courage to take the step they need to take in the direction of their passion. The next one is about the skills, transferability of skills. You know, some people believe that someone was saying last week or so, say school has come. Some people believe that, okay, so I just wasted my time in this other place where I was. Is there such a thing as waste of time? I believe that certain skills can be transferable. Your time, your years in medical radiography definitely was not a waste. So what are some of the skills that you developed in that time, in that phase of your career life that is still profitable to you or that you could transfer to what you are doing today? Some skills there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, sir, it's true. In this, I learned that no knowledge is a waste.
Mhm.
That every knowledge you have gained over the years, you will utilize them one way or the other, because there are some skills that I learned from my studies that was useful to me. For example, at that time, we learned how to do our PowerPoint presentations in school, because we were doing PowerPoint presentations in our clinical postings. We were doing it for some of our courses, and then even at the final year for your seminar, for your project, we were taught how to speak, how to prepare PowerPoints, the rule of 888, and all of those things. Those were things that helped me grow very fast, that I was different from my other peers, because some at that time didn't know how to develop presentations, didn't know how to speak, but because of this skill I had gotten from my undergraduate, that helped me and I could do that very fast. Another thing was from our research and few end of posting topics you discuss, we learned how do to conduct assessments and conduct research. It was something that was very helpful for me. I understood how to do some of the analysis, which helped me to grow very fast and become better than my peers. How to do simple statistical analysis was very helpful. It was a skill that I could transfer from my undergraduate. How to report writing, because we learned how to write reports. I wrote up to 6 clinical posting reports. So because we know how to write clinical posting reports, we know how to write reports over clinical investigations from your internship. That helped me, that my report writing was better and it was easy for me to just write very well. Ethical decision making was also a skill that I transferred, because we were bound by ethics, by oaths, and a certain way you behave and decisions that you make. Similarly, in the humanitarian sector, there are a lot of ethical decisions you have to make, a lot of code of conduct that you have to follow. So it was very easy for me. Communication with the vulnerable people. I know a lot of colleagues that they had to undergo serious training to understand communicating with the vulnerable population. But it was easy for me because we learned how to communicate with our patients. You need to explain procedures before you do them. You need to welcome your patient and make sure your patient is comfortable. So it was easy for me to do that. Then team collaboration and teamwork, because in the hospital you work with different people. You work with the nurses, the pharmacists, the medical lab scientists, even the people at the records. So I already knew how to collaborate with the team. And for me, instead of just sending emails, most of the times I do what we do in the hospital. We walk to the person or you send notes, and it's easier to understand each other before sending emails. Then documentation and accountability. For us in the clinic, you must document every procedure. Every procedure or what you did that you did not document, it did not happen. It is the same thing in the humanitarian sector. That documentation is important. I know how many times that documentation has saved me from being in trouble. So these are some of the skills that were transferable. And I learned along the line that there is no knowledge that is a waste, that anything you learn, even some things that I didn't learn from school, but from other channels, they were useful for me in the humanitarian sector. Over.
Amazing. Kai, can we have our emojis, please? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So there's a lot of experience you already have. Everyone all listening to me now, you are loaded with a lot of skill sets you need to transfer with you, you need to carry along with you. Where you are at the moment is not a waste. It's not a waste. It's not a waste. Thank you so much for this. Really, really insightful. Really insightful. So we proceed very quickly to global opportunities. Everybody wants to go global. Everybody wants to, scale in what they are doing to reach the highest level of showcasing their potential and making impacts and blessing lives with what they have at the highest level possible. So how did the local experiences you have prepare you? I remember you started, I think, working from a deep field location, like in a local government area before you. So there's always a story, there's always a growth process. So how did those experiences, local experiences, prepare you for the international assignments you later emerged into? From your bio, we've read you worked in Middle East, you worked in Asia, you worked in East Africa. And how did the local experiences here and there prepare and position you? And how would you speak to early career professionals who are at that phase where they feel, I'm just volunteering, nobody's paying me, I'm just supporting, maybe in my community, maybe in a church, maybe in a neighborhood, maybe in an office, playing a role where I'm not being paid for at what I do yet. What would you say to them so that they can draw inspiration from that?
Yes, sir. Thank you for this question. And I think this is the one of the bedrock of going international and growing in your career. One of my friends and my colleagues that we served together is also here, Dr. Eddie. He also has a PhD. I can see him in the group.
Yeah, you're welcome, Dr. Eddie. Let's celebrate him, please. Please celebrate Dr. Eddie. You're welcome, sir.
He's currently working in Syria, and he also worked in Nigeria in the deep field for quite some time, even longer than me, before he also left. And he has worked so far, I know, in more than 5 countries. And he will agree with me that for you to have a space at the international level, it is built on your local excellence. The global opportunities are built on your local excellence. Before anyone can trust you internationally, they first need to see consistency where you are. Before you take up responsibilities at the international level, you must have a track record that shows that you have the capacity to be a force to reckon with at the international level. Even when you listen to the top global business people, they'll tell you they started locally before they scaled up. So you must start from somewhere. You must start locally. Like sir, you said, I volunteered first. And if you are at that place that you are currently volunteering, the most important thing for you is building yourself, is developing yourself from the local place that you are. You keep your eyes on the goal, on where you are heading to, and you learn what you want to learn. And don't put your eyes on a time will come that it would now be, you would relax and you will choose the opportunities that offers you the best, opportunity in terms of financial compensation, in terms of time flexibility, in terms of some remuneration that can make you comfortable. A time will come for that. But at the beginning, you need to build yourself, build your capacity. So the global opportunity is dependent on your local excellence. What have you done? What is your track record telling you? What is your track record showing or telling about you? What have you achieved? What projects were you able to implement from the beginning to the end? What challenges were you able to surmount? What problems were you able to solve? So once you can show that, you can demonstrate that, in fact, the international opportunities will open up for you. People would look for you because you have demonstrated that you have the capacity and you have the ability to create the impact that is being sought after globally. Currently, the global world is deficit of people that offer value. Are you offering value? Are you demonstrating value where you are in your local community? So once you can show that you are doing that, then the opportunities begin to open up for you. Once you're a person of value, you will be sought for even at the international level. Over, sir.
Wow, wow, wow. Keep your eyes on the goal. Somebody should help me put that in the comments. Fast fingers. Keep your eyes on the goal. Keep your eyes on the goal. Keep your eyes on the goal. I can see Ali Temba from Sierra Leone, Judea from South Sudan, and your friends in Damascus are missing you, Dr. Victory. I can see comments from Dr. Eddie. Thank you so much. Keep your eyes on the goal. Chris, thank you. Fast fingers. Put that in the comment. Keep your eyes on the goal. Keep your eyes on the goal. Keep your eyes on the goal. Somebody needed to hear that. Really, it can be challenging at times, but when you know what what you are aiming for, when you know the goal you have set ahead of you, it will give you the momentum, the staying power, the consistency to remain steady regardless of challenges. The next is on continuous learning. Someone once said, what gets you here can take you there. Like the need for lifelong continuous learning, moving from medical radiography into the humanitarian space where you are into the GBV sector, the SRH sector, protection sector programs have required a lot of learning, I can imagine. We just read your profile, master's in public health, and then PhD, doctorate. So what would you say about the place of professional certification or continuous education, how valuable that is to helping emerging career professionals achieve and attain the level of growth that they are seeking to have?
Thank you, sir. So personal development is very important, and you must get to a level that you continue to develop and to build yourself. So because of the background I had, and I had changed my career space, I needed to do a lot of trainings, self-development, and then certification. At the beginning, for those that are familiar with the humanitarian development sector, you will know that when you are an officer, a supervisor, a lot of certifications are not needed. So for that level, I had focused on the trainings, building, going for GBV. I had to do the GBV case management trainings, the GBV basic concepts. For child protection, same thing, child protection case management, child protection in emergency, the emergency education programs. Same thing for SRH, you needed to train on MISP, on the basic concepts of SRH in emergency, and also things like the clinical management of rape. Yes, you have to study those, build yourself to help you deliver and do your work at that time.
Yeah.
Then as I was growing and I needed to grow to move into being a senior officer or the management role, then I realized there are some certifications that I will need, and there are certain qualifications that I needed to see. This is where mentorship is very important, because your mentor will help direct you in areas that you should pursue certifications, in areas that you should pursue building yourself.
Sure.
So I met someone that directed me and said, okay, if you're looking at managing the protection, SRH, GBV sectors at a global level and at a senior level, you need to look at, mostly they consider people with master's degree, and your master's degree should be around social sciences, social protection, public health, reproductive health, or psychology. Then I looked at it and I was, okay, if I am coming for a health background, which would be best for me? Then I remember one of the country directors advising me that I would advise you to go for public health, because when you do public health, it is related to your medical background. You could easily come back. And also it is needed generally. He said we are now in a global world that we are looking at public health and at a larger scale. And with public health, there are a lot of specializations. If you want to specialize in GBV, in SRH, in health economics, in health statistics, in health management, there are so many layers that you could specialize in if that is the master's degree and the certification that you have. So I was convinced. So I decided to do my master's in public health. Same thing, I had direction on certain certifications I needed for you to be a globally recognized GBV specialist. There is a global GBV in emergency course that you should do. I applied for that course, sir, 5 times.
Wow. Wow.
Until the 5th time I got the opportunity. I missed the one in Thailand, the one in the US. So it's done in different countries. I kept applying for it since 2018. I kept applying for it, but until 2022, I got to do the course. Then I now became a globally certified GBV specialist. By 2021, I also did the global GBV case management, TOT. Then I was also a globally certified case management. For example, right now, I am currently in Nigeria, but I am training and mentoring people from the last team I was given by UNFPA are from Somalia and South Sudan. I trained 33 people in case management, different organizations, and took them through the mentorship so that they will be certified by UNFPA, who are responsible for GBV case management globally, as certified GBV case managers that can implement in those areas. So I knew that, okay, if I wanted to do that, that is the certification. Then if I wanted to move into project management, I needed to do project management courses. So I started with DPro before the program management course that I am now certified, and I'm also doing a PMP. Just to also let you know that I am now reinventing myself. I'm moving away from sectoral management of protection, GBV, child protection, SRH. Within the last 3 years, I had navigated all the sectors: child protection, GBV, general protection, and what's the other one? Legal aid. I had navigated all and led those operations. So now I am moving to becoming a senior manager. Currently, my role is program manager, and I have just been cleared and certified to move as an area manager in any operation within DRC anywhere in the world. So I am moving towards senior management, being an area manager, looking at being a head of programs, head of operations going forward, reinventing myself. So that is why I had to do a management course. And since I saw that I could have the opportunity to do a doctorate in management, then I went to do that. Surprisingly, sir, we used to say that there are things that they never taught us in school. We learned them in the operation, things like staff compensation,
Yeah.
things benchmarking,
Yes, sure.
a lot of things. Some of us thought we just learned it on the job.
Yeah. Yes.
But being taught in class, it is in my doctorate. I was shocked. Like, it is taught in class. They taught us how to do payrolls and how to arrange remuneration for staffing and rewarding and reward systems. They taught us how to do benchmarking, how to compare different organizations in the same industry. They taught us how to do talent. There's a difference between recruitment and talent acquisition. How to
Yes.
get talent, arrange them, and I was surprised to my bones. Like, what? I didn't know about all of these things. And it's now that because I want to move into senior management, I now did the doctorate in management, that I learned these things. So reinventing yourself and building yourself is non-stop. As long as you want to grow up the ranks and move up, you must continue to build and reinvent yourself and develop your capacity. Continuous learning is...
Oh my God. Thank you for the emojis. Thank you for the emojis. Just one more thought on this. The mindset a lot of Africans have is, if it is not free, it is not for me. People don't know how to pay for knowledge. This master's, this doctorate, was it fully funded scholarship you got? How were you able to, the cost component of it, even scriptures say, buy the truth and sell it not. That's effort and sacrifice. Many people just generally resort to the excuse of, no, I'm not able to fund the kind of, I'm not learning the lifelong learning or upgrading of themselves, the excuse of they are waiting for capital, waiting for sponsor, waiting, like just the way they were sponsored in their first degree. So can you say just a minute or two, share a thought on that to inspire and challenge our early career professionals about, willing our way into growth by the commitment we put into it? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Once you know where you are going to, you should pay for it. I know there are few you should pay the price and sacrifice. So my wife is here and she's listening, and she's going, and she knows the story I'm going to give. I was sharing with a group of young people of how I paid a huge sum of money to learn communication, writing, and reporting. Then she was sitting close. At that time, we were not married yet. She was sitting close to some of them. And she heard, or yes, I think either her or her sister was sitting to someone close to them. And she heard them say that, that this one is money misroad. He's foolish. How can he spend so much money on that course? Does he know that if he started a business with that money, that business would go far? But it is the same communication and writing and reporting that has differentiated me with my peers and has opened a lot of opportunities for me. For example, in my master's, I got 70% scholarship, but with the 30% I needed to pay because it was not in Nigeria. I had to pay about 5 million naira. So I remember some of my colleagues that time, all my colleagues at work in the organization I was working, they had cars, and I was their supervisor. They were now saying that, this our supervisor self. He is being selfish to himself. They even were saying, should we contribute money for us to buy you car? I saw one of them that was there in the conversation was here earlier. I don't know if she's still here. She would remember. So should we contribute for you to buy you car? And I laughed. And I told them that I am investing in something that is more tangible and eternal, that will take me long, that are beyond cars. And later on, because of the masters and all of that, it has opened me international opportunities. For sure, sir, you know that when you check the requirement for being an expert, there is no way that you see that a master's degree is not required.
Yeah, sure.
Always a requirement. And that had distinguished me those same people that were telling me should they contribute to buy car for me and being, I went and I left them there in Nigeria. And I went, my one salary can buy me
Yeah.
3 of their cars to buy for me to buy a car. So once you know where you are heading to, make the sacrifice to build yourself, it is worth it.
Please, somebody should put that in the comments. You want to say something?
No, I said sorry for taking more than
no. Please, somebody should help us capture that fast finger. Build yourself, it is worth it. Build yourself, it is worth it. Once you know where you are going, make the sacrifice and build yourself. It is worth it. It is worth it. Somebody should help us trap that in the comments. Somebody should help us trap that in the comments. I'm really, really blessed. Thank you. Build yourself. It is worth it. Joseph, thank you. Israel, build yourself. It is worth it. Build yourself. It is worth it. You need to talk to yourself. You need to inspire yourself. You need to challenge yourself. Some of us are final year students. Some of us are core members. Some of us are just beginning our career journey. And there's a lot of inspiration to help us know that it is never a waste of time when you invest in building yourself. Thank you so much. We can't thank you enough for this massive insight on that. 2 in 1, so we can wrap up. Just 3 more to go. This around lessons or advice for someone who is feeling trapped, someone who is feeling, wow, 5 million naira to pay for, my master's. I can't imagine that kind of, but there's always hope to start from where our hand can reach, start from where we are. And what counsel will you give to someone feeling trapped, feeling out of place? Some people won't feel they have wasted too many years in the wrong direction. It's now they are just discovering or realizing they didn't realize early and all of that. Some are regretting years not well invested on campus, maybe graduating with a class of degree they are not proud of. Some are regretting mistakes they made about maybe a business they started, they couldn't follow through, or even resigning a role they were not supposed to resign, and all of this and all of that. So the second is apart from advice for people who are trapped or who feel trapped or who feel stuck on their journey. General advice. The second is around faith and integrity, the issue of character, the place of character in professional and career advancement. What would you say? What are the values that have shaped your leadership journey to imagine, growing in your career? What are those values you would recommend in terms of building character as a form of competence? Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me start from those that are feeling trapped. And sir, it was from you I heard in one of your teachings that you said and I went to research it, and it is very true that in your lifetime, you can change your career up to 5 times. You can reinvent yourself and change your career up to 5 times. And I checked and I researched it. For anybody living, let's say your life expectancy is between 60 to 70 years, you can change your career up to 5 times. So if you are feeling trapped, don't beat yourself up. You can reinvent yourself. Once you are on the right track and you are following the right direction, you will make it. You will be there. So once you're feeling trapped, all you need to do is understand purpose. Once you understand, because everything is enshrined around purpose. Once you understand purpose and you look for guidance, you will find yourself. And just to add that for the 5 million, I was saying that I paid additional for my master's. So I didn't have the money. At that time, I think I was earning around 200,000. So it was a huge sacrifice for me that every month I was removing 60% of my salary to make a deposit for my studies every month. That was the sacrifice. So there are times that you have to sacrifice so that you are looking at the goal ahead to take out yourself from being trapped. But I would say that if you are feeling trapped, once you find purpose, find that thing that gives you joy, that you are happy doing, Even if today I am not being paid to do humanitarian activities, I will keep doing humanitarian activities in my community as little as small as I can do, because I find joy in doing it, helping people and building. And even in the scriptures, it is part of the life of a believer to contribute to the community and build and support social protection, social justice. Then how have my values shaped my leadership? Your leadership is actually built from your values. When you see leaders that in their within their the people they are leading, you see a lot of corruption, you see a lot of things not going well. It is because of the values of the leadership. Everything falls and rise on leaders. So if a leader that condones corruption, a leader that condones exploitation, that is what you would see happening in the team. That is what you would see happening within the people that they are leading. So your values shapes your leadership, and that is what makes your character. Your values makes your character. And then the truth is, character is the amplifier of value. And character sustains the opportunities. Yes, your talent, your ability, immediately in your tests, the interviews, they're like, this person, fantastic, he's amazing. The next question, especially, sir, I noticed for senior positions, country directors, area managers, program managers, the next thing is you hear is, how is his character? Let's go and check. Who knows this person? Okay, he has worked here and here. Let us call and check. I know so many people that have lost opportunities because when they call, they'll say, this person, this person fights a lot of disagreements. This person is hostile. And then it closes the door. They'll tell you, no. I am also a testimony of that. There was an international role that I got that the country director called, and when the person called, they just said, Victory, he's this, he's that. And that was the tiebreaker for the opportunity between me and the other person, because the country director was in between. The other person was white, and the country director is white. So she was already gravitating towards that person. But after she heard about the testimony of my character, she was like, okay, I think I will take the person. And then she told me that I never regretted hiring you. And I'm grateful that you are not like the others. So your character amplifies your value, and it sustains you at the top and opportunities, because it is a global village. This person will tell this person that they will tell this person. Over, sir.
Amazing. Awesome. Please, can we fly the emojis? Somebody should help us with that on the comments. Your character sustains your values. Your character sustains your values. Your character sustains your values. Character as a sustainer of value. Thank you so much. Thank you so. We are so blessed. So blessed. The time is just really running. Really running. Now we want to let me add one more to this, to say, before we give time for thank you, fast fingers, I can see your character sustains your values. Thank you. My guys from South Sudan are here, Sierra Leone is here, everywhere. Thank you, guys. I believe we are really getting value for our time. Which skills should young Africans develop over the next decade? Africa is the youngest population on earth. And when you look at the potential we have, it's not even in the ground, in our soil, in the mineral, the potential we have in our people that is untapped, largely untapped. You look at the millions of out-of-school children in different parts of Africa, northern Nigeria, and different parts of Africa. You look at the huge population of even graduates who are churning out every year, who are largely not very productive. I will not say unproductive, but not producing up to their capacity, in terms of development, contribution, and value. When you ask someone, congratulations, you are done with school, what can you do? What problems can you solve? What value can you provide? A lot of people cannot even define their strengths. And that's one of the reasons why Giltop came up. That's one of the gaps we are bridging. So which skills will you advise? Which skills will you encourage African professionals, emerging African professionals to start cultivating now? The world is really changing and fast paced. We are now competing globally with our friends and brothers and sisters from India, China, from everywhere. You just made reference to one position now where someone else applied for it from a different part of the world. That's the reality. It's not the future. It's already now. So what skills will you recommend we invest capacity to develop? And lastly, how do you choose a mentor? I just wanted to add this one. What should a young professional look at to decide the choice of a mentor, to choose who they should reach out to for mentorship? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right, sir. So looking at the age where we are right now, we are from the movement of the ages at when it was the industrial age, the computer age. Now we are at the AI age. AI will not replace everyone, but people who know how to use AI will replace those who don't. So I would encourage you to learn digital and AI literacy skills. So for example, right now, there is a guy that I am working with, and he studied biological sciences in school. But right now, he is the best information management person I've seen. He knows how to use Python. He knows how to use Power BI. He knows how to code. He knows how to use GIS. He does geospatial activities. So when he was recruited and he told us that he wanted to resign, we had to look for a way to hold him back. We increased his salary.
What?
Right now, he is living for another organization. The organization, they want to pay him double of what we want to pay him. We decided to increase again. And when the organization heard we increased, they now quadrupled the money they want to pay him.
People are looking for jobs. Can you imagine how this guy
People are looking for jobs, sir. And this is one person that is in Nigeria. He is in his home, and they are willing to pay him more than $4,000.
My God.
To do this job. So I would encourage the young people. I have told him, sir, I want to do data analytics. I want to learn the analysis. And he has started teaching me.
Oh, awesome.
I know a lot of doctors and professors from universities and that even consult him. And he told me that he just reinvented himself in 2021. He studied biological science, so he doesn't even have a statistics background. He started to pay for courses and learn them. He told me that he was in Abuja, he goes to do conductor work, those buses from those cars to inside town and come back. And he used the money to pay to learn how to do GIS, how to code. Now he knows how to code. So I will encourage us digital literacy. See what the Chinese children are doing at the age of 8, 10. They are coding and developing apps. That is what we should do. Let's learn how to use as wherever you are, learn how to use the basic Microsoft applications. Know how to use Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. Learn how to use things like Power BI. Go into data analytics. It doesn't matter whether you studied English or you studied, in fact, my sister-in-law studied mechanical engineering, but today she is working for the bank of a European country where she does financial
analytics,
financial space, does financial analysis and financial consultancies. So no matter what you study, there are things that you can do, learn once you can leverage on digital and AI literacy. Then learn how to communicate, the ability to write, to speak, to negotiate, to influence, to present ideas. Can you convince somebody about your capacity in 1 minute? If you are just given 1 minute with Dangote, 1 minute with Elon Musk, can you convince him that you can add value? Learn how to communicate, learn how to write. Right now, I see people making it a lot by just writing books, writing guides, and selling it online. Can you negotiate? Negotiating is very important as you grow up, as you grow through the ranks, you come to the managerial level. Negotiating is very important. So learn to be adaptable. As the age moves, we'll also see changes in the softwares, changes in the way things are done. Before, sir, we document, even in hospitals, we use paper, but right now, it is all digitized.
Yes.
Can communicate from one word to the other, from here to here. Just everything is digitized, and your results are sent to you on your phone, on your email. You don't need to carry x-rays, you don't need to carry papers again. So as this is happening, I know somebody, a senior person, that lost her job in a hospital because she said, need this computer, I cannot learn this computer, I cannot be doing this computer thing, it is for small children. And she lost her job because now the system is digitized. So we must learn to be adaptable. We should adapt to the changes. And lastly is how to choose a mentor. When you make sure that first that you have seen and you can see a proven track record that your mentor is good in this. You can choose a mentor based on sector. You can decide you want to have a mentor in the humanitarian sector, or in your field, you are an accountant. I want to have a mentor that is in accounting. I'm a lawyer. I want to have a mentor that is a senior lawyer. I'm a pharmacist. I want to have a mentor that is a senior pharmacist. Somebody that, first of all, you can see that this person is where I want to be, or is on his way and almost where I want to be, because he has gone ahead of you. So the person can lift you and bring you there. Second thing is choose a mentor that you can easily access. Choose a mentor that you can talk to. Choose a mentor that you can be accountable to. Choose a mentor that you can reach out and your mentor will help you. Then thirdly, choose a mentor that is open to sharing and is open to draw you up. My first international exposure, that I was interviewed in an international magazine and I published in an international journal, was because of my mentor. My supervisor from my undergraduate was the one that pushed me to publish in an international journal. Then one of my mentors in the humanitarian organization was the one that pulled me up. No, you are doing a great work. And he interviewed me for one of my implementation. He uploaded it on his own and people saw it and they were like, okay, we'd like to talk to him, And he connected me with more than 3 international magazines that interviewed me. So a person that is willing, that does not see you as a competition or is not threatened by you, but is willing to lift you, that will look at you and see himself and lift you up there and will encourage you. My mentors, pharmacist Moses here, our host, and Mr. Ali, at the time I wanted to do my PhD, they had not started. They now told me, they encouraged me, go. Our host kept telling me that, yes, me too, I'm planning for my PhD. I've been thinking and there, but please go. He did not feel that, this one that I mentored wants to go and have PhD before me. No, he did not feel. In fact, he encouraged me and forced me to, my friend, go ahead. Yes, where you need to be, you need qualification. He encouraged me, and today, I know that he's almost done with his own as well. So once you have a mentor that can lift you, that's why I'm telling you that he's an example to me and so many others. A mentor that would not see you as a threat, but is willing to lift you and push you and be supportive all the way. Thank you, sir.
Wow. We can't pay for this. Actually, we are so honored. This is wisdom. This is wisdom. This is gold. This is gold. Can you drop one of the skills he mentioned on the chat? Anyone you remember as we are celebrating? Fast fingers. The skills that young Africans African professionals need to develop and cultivate, please put them in the comments. Let me see them flying. As a summary for our takeaways, let everyone engage. I left it blank intentionally so that as audience will not be passive, will be active. I can see communication skill. Thank you so much. I can see learn how to use AI. So you added, learn how to use AI or negotiation. I can see that. Thank you so much. Wow, we are following digital literacy. Thank you so much, Hamida. I can see that. Yes, keep it flying. Keep it flying. This slide is for you, all our audience. Let me be sure we are actively engaging. And I'm so glad that we are capturing it. Report writing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Report writing. Report. There's one more that I've not seen. AI literacy. Yes. There's one more he mentioned. Yes. Let's keep it on in the chats. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really, really glad that we followed. And this is not the end of the journey. There's a challenge for every one of you that participated. This is an action point for all our participants this evening. Identify one area, not 20, not 50. Yes, getting a good mentor. Yeah. He mentioned adaptability. I don't think anybody put that in the comments. So adaptability, be adaptable and agile enough, flexible enough to be able to cope with the rate of change. So the challenge for everyone here participating in this room, assessing this level of light, this level of insight, this level of wisdom, very relatable, bringing it home, embodying before your very eyes the possibility of greatness, the possibility of reinvention, the possibility of making a shift. You know, it's like opening the door for you to walk out free to, fly and be all that you are supposed to be. I know there are system challenges, government challenges in different nations, but there's something you can do. And that is what is before you now. Identify one area you need to reinvent yourself. Write one action you need to take concerning that and begin this week. Somebody should put that for me in the comment. Begin this week. Begin this week. Begin this week. And then try to share your progress. That is a step of accountability. Share your progress with a friend. Thank you, Godwin. Begin this week. Share your progress with a mentor. Share your progress with somebody that will help you. Learning only reaches its highest value when we translate it into meaningful impact and into action. Thank you, patience. Begin this week. Please fly an emoji if Dr. Victory has been a blessing to you tonight, if you've been tremendously impacted, if you've accessed profound insight, profound wisdom with relatable life lessons, stories. It was so open, so real. I really, 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 really cannot thank him enough. The journey continues. Follow Dr. Victory on Facebook, follow Dr. Victory on LinkedIn. Same name makes it easy for you to remember, easy for you to follow. Follow Dr. Victory on Instagram, follow Dr. Victory on YouTube. YouTube is like a school. In fact, a playlist, curated series, video series. There's a communication series. That communication series is like a course. He mentioned how much he had to pay to learn corporate communications. If you are to go and pay, that's the long route. He has shortened your journey for you by distilling those big communication terminologies into simple, practical insights you can apply to solve your problem. In fact, he was speaking over the weekend in Sokoto at a conference, and I heard him mention how that video saved someone, that was facing a probation challenge in a place of work. So I recommend you go to the YouTube channel, Victory NS Daniel. You'll see the course, the video episode series, which I refer to as a course, free for you to access on communication and learn that. There's another series on beating procrastination and a lot more developmental, professional development series for your development. Please fly the emojis again in gratitude. We cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. We are greatly honored. The journey continues. For those of you coming for the first time, Giltop Global Consults is a people development platform that has been doing this in the last 2 years, and people from different nations now follow these monthly episodes. We are so grateful for the opportunity to do what we do to bridge the competence gap, especially in Africa. Thanks to everyone that has been consistently following the series. Thanks to everyone who attended tonight. These monthly episodes happen every third Tuesdays of the month, and 8 p.m. West African time. In addition to this, there are more accountability inner circle programs, which you can reach out if you want to join the waiting list for them. We have some running concurrently. We have the level up program. We have the accelerator program. We have the business and leadership program. You can enroll to be in the waiting list for when the next cohort will be starting. But next month, on the third Tuesday of next month, we'll be here to continue. And with what we have experienced tonight, we have to bring up the victory again one of these days. So please get ready. I'll reach out to you in due course. And I want to thank your wife so much. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for all you do. I really speak your family. You are really a role model. Your life is a big, 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 big inspiration, and we celebrate you. We look forward to the emergence of more young African professionals, young African leaders who are culture shapers and influencers of society, both in character and in competence, doing amazing things that will advance and enrich humanity for the better. We'll be drawing the curtain here. If anyone has a question, let me give 2 minutes for that. Please put it on the comments. If you have a question you want to ask, the 8 themes we have covered plus 2 or plus 1 has really touched around the major touch points around his career journey, which he has shared a lot of wisdom from that. But should there be an area that you had like a burning, I can give opportunity to one person or two to leverage the comment box to share if there's anyone like that. If there's none, we want to say a big thank you. Please fly your emojis one more time as we celebrate Dr. Victory Sunday Daniel. Thank you for coming. Thanks to you and thanks to your wife. Thanks to everyone who joined. Thanks to Obina, IT and admin. Thanks to our graphic designers. Thanks to everyone from the GCA, from the G Club, everyone from the communities. Thanks to our friends from Sierra Leone, from South Sudan, from everywhere. Keep shining and don't be afraid. Begin your journey. And this doesn't mean you throw your, when we say reinvention, it's not like everybody has to leave what they studied. No, sometimes it's reinvention of your mindset. It doesn't necessarily mean the course you studied is not the right one. You have to leave that. That's why we say pick one area and you can do an honest assessment, have a personal time of reflection, reach out to a mentor, double check your convictions and make that move you need to make courageously. Oh, Dr. Eddie. Oh, Dr. Eddie, please go ahead. You want to say something? Let me see. It's like there's a comment from Dr. Eddie. We are so blessed. Are you joining us from Damascus? Just wanted to highlight one component mentioned. Okay, please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead. Can we celebrate Dr. Eddie? You can unmute and please highlight.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me.
Sure, loud and clear we can.
Yes, so thank you. My name is Eddie. I just wanted to highlight, thank you very much, Dr. Victor. This is one of the first live sessions you have participated in that I joined. I usually follow you on YouTube, watch your videos and from day to day, but this is very insightful and it's good to have an opportunity like this or a platform where young aspiring professionals can learn from people who have worked to the path they intend to work. I just wanted to highlight the components of relationship building and using Dr. Victor here as an example. I remember when I was in Syria, I was already working in Syria before I met Dr. Victor. We had this Nigerian platform where we used to meet. We met one time and there was an opportunity in the organization he was working and he advised that, since you are a resilience expert, there is this resilience opportunity coming up in my organization. Apply and I will support you through the process. And gratefully, he was able to talk to the hiring manager and highlighted my application. And today I've been working with IMC now for over a year. I think I'm almost 2 years now with International Medical Corps. So I wanted to highlight a component of building relationship with people who know your skills, who know your capacity, and who can comfortably recommend you to positions, knowing that you would not go there and misbehave, or you will not go there and put up a wrong or a discouraging reputation from the person who has recommended you. So I think one part that young people usually miss is the part of maintaining good relationship and professional ethics with friends they meet, because those friends will be in positions tomorrow to recommend or to advise or to highlight your relevance in some certain sectors, and building these relationships will help you. It's also a form of mentorship. So I wanted to just highlight this and say a big thank you to Dr. Bitu for that support he gave to me throughout that period when I was looking to get a job with the current place I'm working with. And this is also to highlight that this is an approach, although he was not like a mentor to me, he was like a peer that was reviewing and also looking out for another colleague or another friend who was relevant for a sector. He found an opportunity that was relevant. So thank you very much. I wanted to highlight this. Over.
This is absolutely profound. Thank you so much, Dr. Eddie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow. This is a practical testimony of what we are just discussing. Thank you, Dr. Victory, and everyone here. The counsel is very commendable. We can see it in the comments from Dr. Victory. Be recommendable. Be the kind of person someone can recommend. Dr. Eddie had the qualities that didn't make Dr. Victory to have any doubt about recommending him. He could be very confident to say this person should be given the chance because he believed in him. He knew that this person would not disappoint, be recommendable. And then having the large heart to recommend, that's when you have the chance. Such a blessing. What a night. What a night. Thank you, everyone. So we're drawing the curtain here. There's no question. Any last words from you? Anything, Dr. Victory?
Thank you so much, sir, for the privilege. Once more, I'm very much humbled and I am grateful. And thank you also to Dr. Eddie for what he highlighted and for being here. And to Mrs. Victory, thank you for being my cheerleader and supporter and being here.
Celebrate her.
And to all your crew as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Victory. We do appreciate you. We can see our brother going from glory to glory, and the role you play is really, really celebrated, and we don't take that for granted. Thank you so much. We look forward to more episodes. We look forward to inviting you again and again. It's such a night, such an awesome night. Thank you, Dr. Eddie, for coming here. It's a sign of humility to stay all through, listen, participate, and everyone. We look forward to another transformative time on the third Tuesday of next month. The details will be shared before then. Thank you. You can unmute and say good night. Fly your emojis to say bye as we leave the room. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sir Elon. Thank you, South Sudan. Thank you, Maiduguri. Thank you, Lagos. Thank you, Delta. Thank you, Plateau. Thank you, Delta. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Victory. Bye.